Hello, um, I'm Luis Del Rio, and for the ones that don't know me, and I wanted to share with you a little bit of my new album, Migrante, and how that actually relates to how I got into music. So, this is my third album, and it feels like a circle is being completed in my trajectory in music. I wasn't a musician. Nobody expected me to be a musician. I didn't expect to be a musician. I love music. I really love music. I love music so much that I cheated with music, with all the other arts. So I was a painter, but I wasn't just making excuses to dance the music I would listen because I couldn't paint without music. And I always wanted to have music in the canvas. So um, I was a painter, a potter, and sculptor, and I support, pay my bills, support myself, work, right? As a interpreter, I'm a certified interpreter, and so in 2008, they called me for a federal case in Iowa, and I didn't know what I was signing up for. I've never been in Iowa, and they said they need an interpreter. I thought, okay, you pay everything, they pay everything, so I went there. And I found out that that was an immigration raid that happened in a meat factory. Mainly Guatemalans were arrested suddenly, 500 or something. It was the biggest at that time. It was Bush Sun era. And so in the fairgrounds they have put bungalows, improvised courts. Well, improvised to a degree. I mean, they did the whole thing, but it was the fairgrounds, and they even use um, a a rodeo stadium, to process all this. So I was there with many other interpreters, and I had to do my job of interpreting without embellishing, adding anything, just one language to the other, English and Spanish. And it was something that really shocked me. I wasn't expecting that. So I got to stand by people that when the judge would ask them, do you want to say something? Because that's something that judges would ask. They would say in Spanish, I have my children at home. Or they would say, I'm breastfeeding. My baby's at home, but by itself, by himself or herself. Or they would say, I'm sorry for coming down to this country and being and working here. And by the way, here's my dog. I'm just petting him, and he made a noise. I think I pet him. He has some sensitivity. And so they were saying all things like that, and after days of working like that, I felt I had something in my throat almost that I wanted to say about the whole situation, about how immigrants are treated. I'm an immigrant. I came from Argentina to the US more than 20 years ago. I did the whole immigrant on my way, no papers for some time, working in odd jobs of all kinds. So I have some personal experience of that. And then being next to people that had it even harder, and that they're going to be deported, and they were um, just taken like that, and then sent to a jail for, the processing could take weeks, months, and then their families wouldn't know anything about it. Coming from Argentina, a land where people were disappeared, this felt something like that, and it was shocking to me, and even more. At some point, I'm in that stadium, like with computers, tables, everything set up, and they are, like, what are we doing here? What are we waiting for? And then I heard a noise, and some doors where usually the cattle would go through opened, and I hear shackles, rhythmic like shh, 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 and I see a line of human beings in shackles coming through the light, like as you're seeing now my light, like that. But just imagine a light of workers, these people in gel uniforms and shackles coming, shh, shh, and you see that showing up. It sent my chills down my spine. It still does something to me when I tell it. Well, the whole thing is I came back home thinking I need, as an artist, as somebody that is always trying to express something, I wanted to say something, and I'm not Picasso. This is a Guernica thing, the whole situation. I don't even have the space to even try it. You know, I had a shed of 12 by 12 feet. And so I thought, what, I'd write something about it, another article, another book about immigration. So um, um, I, by the way, I'm here by the studio, so I was checking if the my the producer of this album might need me. I'm just on a break, so I felt I needed to say something. And I thought something has to get to the heart, and I thought a song. That's what gets me. Really, it's like could be an error there. There's no way to stop it. And I thought, well, maybe there's already a song that I can propagate. I couldn't think of a song about the issue of immigrants, how they're treated here. There's so few, really. As an Hispanic, it's like, what's going on? We should have like hundreds of songs all around. This is a human tragedy involving millions of people and for decades, if not centuries, and just over here in the U.S. And so I thought, okay, maybe it's on me to make a song. Well, I'll make a song. Let's see, let's try it, because I didn't know, you know. I mean, I knew how to play guitar enough for Bonfire and for my daughter before going to sleep. I kept it like that, and I liked the guitar. And so I tried, and it was something that kind of started popping up as I was strumming the guitar in two chords, and the words are coming, and it's like, oh, this is, I felt it. I fell in love with the whole process of songwriting, and I did that song that was 8 minutes long. It was a lot to say in two chords, but it had the melody, and it was somehow has dynamics and everything. I shared it with others. I came out with 2 months of working on that out, and people were like, "You do songs now?" And it's like, okay, and I played, and it was like, "Yeah, this is good. This is real." I played in churches with Hispanics, and they crying and said, "Please share this." So that's how I started off, and then I went off into music. Then Obama was elected. I thought, "Oh, this is gonna be taken care of, or whatever, you know." But that song was always back there, and and then I made others that reference something that has to do with immigrants. And so I, after years, right, because 2000 we were 9 years, sort of this whole project kind of started to assemble itself together. Migrante, and I have songs. I have that song that I rescued, and now it's in a way that I feel more as an artist. It's more I can present to others. And so this whole thing just came, and after making 2 albums and finding sort of my identity in music, and now it feels like, right, I'm taking that first song and some others, and maybe finally saying what I want to say then. So this is so important in my life. It's so central in my life. It has become, it has just happened. I'm the crossroads of my destiny or something like that. I can't think, I mean, besides my daughter, my dog, and my loved ones, but a thing to do in my life more important than this album. I'm doing my best to top off the previous album in a way that it represents me as an artist too. It's not a pamphlet. And there's a lot of money involved in all the albums. It's money that I lose. It never comes back. And the campaign is just paying some parts, so I'm not so, I mean, not just risking the whole financial situation is not too hard. I'm paying for as much as I can with my own work. Still working as an interpreter, still, doing other jobs, but yeah, I need a community. That'd be nice. That'd be really, really, really helpful. It just not only it would give some air to this. It's just um, well, I need it financially, obviously, but it's also the thing of just feeling supported, not so lonely on this. I'll do it however I have to do it. I do this, me and my dog and a stick. Doesn't matter. I'm going to do it, but I want to do it in the best way and in the most community way that, the most beautiful way that I can think of. That's why I made the campaign, and that's what I'm asking you to check it out and join the campaign and help me fund this album and make this a community thing. It's happening here in Durham. It's a project, Durham, Argentina, but it's mainly here in Durham, and it's in the U.S. And I'm asking for your participation on this. Just be part of it. I know there's a lot of friends that I know and friends that I don't know. I always make friends in these things that may want to jump in. My album is Migrante. I'm working hard on it, and I'm trying to create community, and I need your support. Thank you.